Hi, good evening. Welcome to yet another year in review for our current clan name, Redacted, formerly Temple of Deicide. Got a couple of new faces with us over the year. I'm going to spare you guys the agony of an origin story this time. We're just going to cut right into it. So I'll go ahead and lead off with my comments for the year, and then we'll just round robin and give everybody a chance to speak. So I will say that this has been somewhat of a frustrating year for me personally. I feel like some of the stuff coming out from Titans ain't exactly where I would like it to be. But that being said, overall, obviously I'm still here. It's still very enjoyable. Biggest nerf that makes me mad is I can't kill Sonic anymore by putting her in the wall.
Oh no, what a travesty.
I've been really excited though with all the lore changes coming up, especially taking out the War Mind. Just like, holy crap, that was a big one. And I'm really looking forward to how they play out with Neoluna. My prediction is that it's a society of humans raised by exos, and that because of their proximity to the Veil, they have a unique understanding of the light and the dark, and that we will get a glimpse of something bigger than both, but we shall see. With that being said,
the Veil may or may not be what he's after. The Witness.
Well, I still maintain that one. I agree with Astacross on this one. That what we saw in that trailer was the Witness using deep sight on the Traveler.
What, the orange pulses?
When you see the tendrils start growing onto the Traveler, and all of a sudden the Witness's eyes get larger than usual, like he just realized something.
Yeah.
I think that was him using deep sight on the Witness, and I think he just got a hint of a larger piece of the puzzle that's in play that we don't fully understand yet.
Yeah.
Someone was
Go with that.
Someone was breaking down the trailer, and the Witness seems to go inside of a Traveler through a beam, perhaps, and inside after this beam is where you see all the different planets and the ship kind of breaks apart. At the very end, it's a shape that looks like a tree, like the silver tree that we dealt with in Season of Arrivals.
The
It
tree
sort
of
of looks
silver
like
wings.
that. Yeah, but also it also looks like a person. Like that's the veiny structure of a person. If the only thing you could see was an outline with veins. So,
Well, the concept of the Veil goes all the way back to pre-beta Destiny as a concept of an entire species known simply as the Veil. So, I don't know what route this is going to take. It could be that it's an entire new force that up to this point we haven't seen because it's been in some form of hibernation. It could be that the Veil is the key to finding the Traveler's equivalent of the Witness. You know, I still think the Traveler is still more ship than actual person. Does that make sense? Like the Traveler is the equivalent of the Pyramid ships. That's my theory.
Yeah.
That there's another entity out there, and I think the Veil is going to be pivotal in that. And it won't be until we see all the pieces on the board that we'll actually be able to understand what's going on. Also, I do hope that Callus is a seasonal boss instead of a raid boss. He's had his time.
Yeah, he's had his time and it's time for his time to end. It's like, he's been cool and all, but I'm almost tired of him just being everywhere all the time.
Yep, loved your fanfic, bro. Time to move on.
Well,
Yeah, he's got to die.
they are wrapping up that pattern. Like, even though we're going to get another year expansion for D2, the final shape. Like, you know, there's not gonna be a Warmind season.
Right.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
That pattern's been broken.
I still feel like Rasputin could have destroyed the war sats without killing himself, but what do I know?
Well, there might be more significant
I think he
reasons we
said. I
have
think he
yet
said
to
he could have, but he
uncover.
didn't have the time.
It's possible. I think Rasputin just felt that he needed to remove himself from the board.
Totally.
Yeah, which makes sense because if, you know, by his logic, if, you know, if he can be hacked by Clovis, then what's to say that Darkness couldn't hack him, couldn't steal his gear and use it against us as well?
I just think they're trying to wrap everything up. Like all the old Norse stories, they dig and they come up with ideas for DLCs, and then they wrap it up. They're wrapping everything up.
Yeah. All right. Well, before this turns into a lore discussion with me at the center point, let's move this ball forward. Dark, the floor is yours. If you have anything you'd like to add.
Is Callus going to be the actual Callus or one of his millions of robots?
So Callus at this point in time has become a disciple of the Witness. The robots were because Callus was in very poor health. This was referenced across the Glycon mission and everything else. Within the trailers, we basically see Callus in his weakened and sickly form being put into some type of crucible and then emerging as a disciple of the Witness, similar to Rolk.
Fucking Lightfall, man, is like tomorrow. That's some wild
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Less than 24 hours, man. Actually, it's getting close to less than 12 hours.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so excited.
I can't play hooky. I want to, but I can't.
Dark,
did you have anything else you wanted to add, or
like
that's just it?
what was your favorite gun, or what was your favorite Nightfall, or out of the last year, man, what was your favorite campaign memory, maybe? Because the last time we did this, we were all hyped about going into Witch Queen. We didn't yet have that in our hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm hyped already, but most of mine involve tormenting Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Red War campaign. I wish we could go back with like our current abilities to do that again because that felt like it was really hard at the time coming in new. And I also am just happy about how all of us came together to take out some of the hardest nightfalls that when they first appeared just led to wipe after wipe for many fire teams, especially outside of the clan. But like Glassway, for example, like the fear of the chicken is not so bad anymore like it was when, you know, we first conquered it. So yeah, all of them now because we got them down.
Well, you're going to get your wish. We got a whole slew of new stuff coming into the Nightfall rotation. Also, for those that may have missed it, one of the things Bungie is talking about is bringing back previous exotic quests so that we can do them again.
Ooh.
The hope is that we'll be able to once again do things like Zero Hour and Whisper of the Worm. That is the hope.
With Strand, yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
But it is confirmed there's going to be an exotic mission rotator.
Yes. We just don't know what it's going to be yet.
Or the rewards. Well, you know it's going to be like the Hawk Moon Jam. It's going to be like Dead Man.
Like all and...
Yeah, alright. Sure.
All
Then
right.
they'll do
Well,
more.
I think that's the most I've ever been able to get Dark to talk about himself, so we'll go ahead and bring my
You
favorite
calling me
cousin from
directly, I
Boston.
participate.
I'll call on you directly more in the future. So now my favorite cousin from Boston. What you got, Payne?
Oh man, I'll tell you, I identify as sweaty now. It's more of a transition than a memory. Gilding Conqueror, pushing for it. You guys make me crazy, but I love it.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah, I mean, transitioning over from a completely different play style and finally, like, actually saying, fuck it, you know, I'm tired of just doing, like, the stupid shit while everybody else goes off and does the thing. I'm just a little bit more in depth into it now.
Well, I'll tell
Very
you right
excited
now,
for tomorrow.
nobody does the stuff to the thing quite like you do.
I like doing the stuff to the thing.
Well, you know, I've seen you take the big leap into the harder content over the last year, definitely. And just in time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because now the whole game's about to get harder, which I'm stupid excited about. But
Now, close your eyes and imagine this. We go into a GM, Neo Muna. We're destroying shit. We clear the room. Yay, we're done. GM Tormentor drops in.
Why would you put that evil on me?
When can I have it? I want it now.
You know you want it.
Oh,
I
I
want
do.
it
You
now.
want it because I want it.
yeah,
Well, before you can get your GM Tormentor, first you got to get your plates and balls under control.
Yes.
as is custom.
That
Yes.
is awesome.
Plates and balls. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's to come.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
of course, you know, I'm an extremely story-driven person, so I'm probably more excited about that than anything else. If I'm being honest, I'm very sorry.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I'm drooling over the chance to get into some of this new lore.
Yeah, the witness is finally here, bro.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for like the opening cutscene.
He's not like sending us like cryptic messages in our dreams or whatever. He's like at Earth in our
Dude, I
orbit.
saw a video for the opening cutscene on YouTube, and it was like I was about to catch the plague. I closed that shit so fast.
I don't think my jaw's ever hit the ground as it has for the past few Destiny trailers. Between the travel, leaving that cinematic, the new trailer. Yeah.
Well, I still like the prediction that Brains posted in clan chat. Witness is going to get here. They're going to throw his ass in trials. He's going to get teabagged and rage quit and take his powder ass home.
You know what? On second thought, I don't want nothing to do with any of this.
Want to get segmented like a ghost?
Man, you watch that closer, the Guardian Messiah gets segmented too.
Yeah. It's fucking sick.
Segment in
Yeah,
darkness,
it's
Daddy.
No, well, most
Confirmed
people don't
that
know
is
this. Most people don't know this. That's actually a sneak peek of the new Titan Super for the final shape. The Titan does his super and he just fucking dies.
Jeez.
Alright, you got anything else to share, Payne, or about to move on?
No, that's probably the biggest thing that's changed in the past year or so. GMs getting into the harder raids, raid seals, shit like that.
And please don't feel like I'm trying to rush anybody. I just want to make sure that you've said your piece before I move on to somebody else. That's all.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I'm
Well,
good.
Alright.
Thank you.
And now for the Sassiness edition, who's not playing Bloodborne this time, the Fierceness.
I was thinking it.
Listen, that
was
I
funny.
just wanted something to play for the night, and that was not the game for that.
It is the game. You just have a skill gap.
I'm a giant skill gap, and I didn't have the time or wherewithal to even attempt to make that gap.
I can get good scrub.
Hey, it wasn't me that said it this time. Alright. What you got for us, Fierce?
Nothing really. I'm excited for all the things that you're saying. The story. I'm excited for Strand and putting new builds together. I'm excited to dive into the new building system. The whole year, honestly, that they have lined up sounds exciting, and the quality of life changes are going
I'm
to be
excited.
amazing.
I'm excited to see if we can make it through a year without Fierce ghosting us like a toxic boyfriend.
I don't know. I feel like it made everybody appreciate me more. So
All right, and next up on the agenda, we have a man that may have to change his name due to the recent nerfing of the architects, Mr. Misadventure Mark.
What? I gotta change my name again? Fuck. Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm sure you'll still find a way to misadventure.
Oh yes, definitely. Okay, so let's see. Duality. I love that thing. I love the Grasp of Avarice. It was fun. I like doing the builds. I just discovered in the last 6 months there's actually a section called Lore, which you can review, and I chose not to. But hey, whatever. That's about her. Yeah, I love freaking making new builds, going around and working on my OCD with certain weapons, which I'm sure the rest of the clan knows about already. Yeah.
100,000.
Yeah.
100 on Witherhorde.
100,000 kills with Witherhorde this season, which was nice. Yeah.
Goddamn.
This
right?
year?
Yeah. Little OCD on that one.
Well, I'm going to give you props on that one, Mark, because I don't think well, let me rephrase that. I know I haven't hit 100k on my favorite weapon. So.
Anyways, besides that, yeah, freaking. Still pretty pleased with the clan that we got going on. We got great communication style that goes with. We like to razz on each other ruthlessly, and nobody takes it personally for the most part, and nobody does any ghosting or that kind of crap, and freaking makes things really easy. So yeah,
I take it
and
personally.
plus-
You guys make me cry myself to sleep every night.
We
Well,
don't
that's
The job
have
is
people
done.
with thin skin.
You're just born
They
that
don't
way.
usually survive anyway.
Yeah, just stop touching yourself in that happy place. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, Fierce, give them some tips. Okay.
Love you, Mark.
All right. Man.
All right.
So,
Any comments
that's
from the
about it.
Zombieland realm? Talking about you, 12, Mr. Zombie.
Oh snap!
Oh, you don't have. Right?
Very little sleep.
That about sums up our entire clan.
I think favorite parts or first run through of the story last time. Low manning that master dungeon with fierceness. That was sick. First solo of the story on Legend. That was sick. It's just fun to have a good group of people who like pushing limits. Like, it doesn't always have to be sweaty, but whenever it's time for that, there's always someone to do it with. Like, it's awesome.
Well, I'll have to send you that clip from The Simpsons of take it to the limit.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go back to mute and laughing at you guys because that's about all the brain power I got.
Fair enough. We just wanted to get you for
I'm gonna
posterity.
put Will down. We're gonna start.
All right, next on the
wailing
agenda,
him.
the living embodiment that girl
and then
stands
she's
for
gonna
guy in real
teleport
life.
to the other
Sonic,
side.
you got anything?
I don't know where you want to do your tentative.
Well,
I would say on the second side as a finisher. Do it right after she teleports.
Speaking of
two,
balls,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
blades.
moment she
Right?
teleports, you need to go there on her.
well, two big
But she
things
will shield
that
you
I
pretty quickly.
feel super happy about.
I'll
Actually,
do my
three.
best.
First, we've gotten
Alright,
pretty
everybody's
much
ready?
every raid seal aside from Kingslayer,
You're gonna throw
which
your
is
super the
a
moment I
huge
lay my will down,
accomplishment,
right?
as not a lot of the community
Okay, go
bothers
ahead and
with
start
master
throwing it.
raids, and the ones that do tend to, sometimes not be welcoming to people who are new to it. But we've been able to
Here.
successfully do
Boom,
multiple
bitch.
master raids and get some sweet
Fuck
adepts.
her.
The second big thing
Fuck her.
is the fact that at least a couple of teams were able to, this last guilding for Conqueror, get all 6 done in 1 to
You
2
have no
days,
friends.
which is, I think, a new
No one
record
loves you.
for the clan.
All have abandoned
Um,
you.
Previously, it's
That's
taken us
fucking
most of the
right.
week, and like me, Brain, and Dart just one right after the other. First try, knocked them all out in one day, which was super satisfying. And then, of course, if we're talking about weapons, Monarch. The changes they've done to Monarch, it has become my #1 favorite weapon.
Didn't see that coming.
No, not at all. I'm not a bow person. I don't know what you mean. But no, they've made it very worth running that weapon in just about every GM with Overload. And I've always been a Void fan anyway, so having a Void bow that poisons, heals me, and stuns overloads is pretty nice.
Well, you're gonna get your fill with the new threats and surges. So.
I am so looking forward to the Tormentors. Like it. While I'm happy with the accomplishments we've made, I also feel like the game has needed a bit of a boost in damage, and for us to have gotten Legendary Story this year for the first time, actual Legendary, was immensely fun, and I'm looking forward to it again in Lightfall.
The only reason you're looking forward to Tormentors is to be like a family reunion. I've named my ulcer after you.
I'm also looking forward to not being killed by Esso ever again because of him Titan slamming me. So that's great.
Oh, I'll find a way. We're not done yet.
Uh-huh. You keep saying that.
So what if you do it and bring somebody down, it brings you down to 1 HP, right? What if you do it right after that?
It still won't.
It still won't.
Well, supposedly.
Supposedly.
I'll have to trick her into like throwing a grenade at me or something. Or Titan slam into her rocket. Love you, Sonic.
Uh-huh. Love you too. No, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great year.
You got anything else, Sonic?
No, that's pretty much it. Just
Alright, next up we got one of the newest members of our merry band of fools and our resident lurker, Zane.
Who you calling a lurker?
I'm calling you a lurker.
I resent that.
You resemble that. There's a difference. Every time I turn around, you're like right there in the chat, and I didn't even see you come in.
Such a lurky turkey.
Be busy.
Exactly. I'll be like, well, I think I'm going to do, and Zane will be like, oh, I'm down. What? Where'd you come from? But no, the floor is yours, Zane. Please, share.
How about this? Ever since joining this clan from my old clan, which my old clan wasn't the best at following directions. It took us hours to finish a simple raid, and it just didn't feel nice. But since joining this, I've learned better how to buildcraft better, and have more reliable teams to do things that I have been doing solo for a long time. As far as the story goes, yeah, it's all right. I follow the story like very heavily, and if I have questions, I usually go to either lore masters. I go read, and the fact that let's get the hell out of me, and the fact that this year the seasons have like had some implication onto the major overall story. Aramis coming back from being frozen in stasis, the war minds coming back, and then Rasputin dying. It was just fun to see everything come together in a story rather than just us just playing like random stuff. I do enjoy the game, and I look forward to going to see, well, mostly the Pukas. When I found out the Pukas purr, I'm like, I must see these.
Hey man, you know what? Whatever floats your boat.
It's gonna be pretty great, probably.
Sounds like a
I want
euphemism
one.
or some heterosexual stuff.
That's what I heard too. That's what I heard.
Hey, baby, let
Might
me
I
see.
add,
Let me see if you're pooping
Zane has
first.
gotten exponentially better at not ditching us in the middle of a King's Fall for his friends.
That's because where his friend is now.
I had to give him one. Nobody was doing it, so I had to be the guy. I'm the bad guy.
Player has left the party.
I have reasons.
All right, Billie
Screw
Eilish.
you guys. I think my ball going home. Nah, Zane's come a long way since he joined us. The comment about following directions, I don't know
It's a
about
hit or
that.
miss.
It's not often we get a random when you see, like, right off the start, you say that dude's got thumbs.
You know, I'm just gonna say probably half of this clan grew up eating lead paint. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Asbestos and lead paint makes a great fucking concoction. I
Smoothies.
put mustard on it and eat the fucking shit.
Yeah, this surprises me not at all.
Can
No.
confirm.
Good.
I thought everybody knew that's why I was all smooth brain.
Alright, so last but not least, the purveyor of the feast, Mr. Brain Ascendant himself, dear leader, near and dear to our hearts,
The reason we're all here.
the one responsible for this giant clusterfuck of a clan.
Oh, leader hours.
Oh, leader hours. Oh, captain, my captain.
The floor is yours, and your closing thoughts afterwards.
Well, there's a lot to say. I'll try to keep it in a straight line and concise. So, having watched the video of the last time we did this and trying to compare and contrast versus now, it's a big difference. The campaign was great. They're hopefully about to duplicate that. I know we're all looking forward to that. One of my big predictions for next year, I don't think we're going to see it in Lightfall, but Savathun's going to be our ally. She's going to get resurrected.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
It's the only species we don't have an ally of, right? And one of the best ways I heard someone try to explain Lightfall to someone that doesn't play Destiny is basically this is Destiny's Infinity War, right? This is where it all starts.
I think about that all the time.
It is.
So Savathun would be a latecomer, but she would be the final piece, right? And the Traveler has chosen her. I mean, we still had to kill her for reasons. Anyways,
Bitches be crazy.
yeah. Ikor is probably gonna be a major plot point based on her reaction, but these weapon changes upcoming are gonna be pretty wild. Man, machine guns are gonna be good again. Grenade launchers, heavy grenade launchers, good again.
Yeah, machine guns have kind of had a fucked up life going on here.
Yeah, they've been in a bad way for a while. Linears have been so meta for a hot minute, which is good. We all know that they were trash for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had their moment, which is great. I'm excited to use other things, new exotics. Man, there's stuff we don't even know about.
No.
It's just because they, they're cool and haven't told us everything.
Oh yeah.
So-
well, with the amount of information they've been dumping on us, it begs the question of what aren't you telling us?
Quite a bit, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely more exotics than what we know about. So far, I think it's a stasis bow and a stasis wave frame heavy grenade launcher. That's confirmed.
Wave.
Oh,
Stasis
man.
wave.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know the waveframe was confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy
And
wave frame?
I'm
Yes,
pretty
please.
sure there's also a raid hand cannon based on the design of the weapon in the trailer and the screenshot recently released of the raid itself, like the starting screen.
So, you know, I was pretty down in the dumps for a while, but once I basically made the decision that I didn't care about the consequences, I mean, I was in a position to do so. And then I actually committed to being around for the day one raid again this year.
Yeah.
That changed a lot of things, you know, that made me feel a lot better about a lot of things. I'm really looking forward to that. It doesn't matter, honestly, anymore who is there out of the clan, right? Like, we'll be able to figure it out.
We'll have six.
Hopefully we get our first clear this year. If we don't, that's fine. I might be a little salty about it, but that's fine. That comes with a loss, you know. But the experience is still going to be memories, and it'll be a good time. We're still going to get in there and fuck around.
Our secret weapon is we're going to put Fierce in charge this time.
Yeah, that's how you know things will get real wild.
I thought you were gonna put Mark in charge.
Yeah, there. That's
He's in charge of raids now.
Well, I'll just say it now, and then hopefully we all remember to remind each other in about 10 days, 12 days time when the raid drops. Just try to stop, let's unfuck ourselves, and try to remember the lessons we learned from the previous times, because we've now done, day one, DSC, Vow, Kingsfall?
Yeah, and one of the biggest things I think that we need to remember is don't do the same thing over and over for 4 hours. If it's not working, let's change up positions, change up what people are doing, maybe like change up how we're approaching the encounter, but not just do the same thing for 4 hours straight. Because I think that is what really fucked us on Kingsfall that last time. I know we talked about it previously, but you know,
Just get
actually
stuck in a spiral.
Yeah. And, you know, something that I do appreciate is that we've all gained the gumption to be able to, you know, if something is fucked, all of us now have enough confidence to be like, instead of being worried that someone's going to get upset, just be like, hey, this isn't working, what are we changing? And not just sit there and let it keep happening and wait for someone else to make the call.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the power of 6, right?
Yeah.
Like 6 different brains or 6 different minds to be able to try to figure out the problem. Not 6 different ways to fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll bring my daddy voice.
Yeah. No, so I don't know. I don't want to get ooey gooey about it, but I'm pretty damn surprised to. Well, I don't want to say it like that, but I'm pretty happy that it's another year, and we're all we're here. We're making plans for our next day one. Making plans for the next big expansion. Zane,
you know what? We've progressed so far that when all this is said and done, I even have a tagline that Sonic's been asking for.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which,
do I want my name attached to this?
How do I see how much time is left?
Not much.
Oh, it's only been 34 minutes.
Really? I was gonna say, we still have plenty of time.
Yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah, so we got everybody's opening salvo, basically, and now I guess we could bullshit for 25
Chaos
minutes.
Mode.
Yeah,
that's
bullshit.
Yeah, so I guess this would be better. Like, it's just whatever. Be yourself for 20 minutes and whatever.
It never be
Okay,
anything. I'll put myself.
Are you guys saying that I have to change my name again?
No.
Yeah, they're nerfing fall damage.
If I
killed by the Marketects.
Well, either that or stuck behind tree or Cosby Puddin'.
They're They're basically making it so that if you fall from a great height or you get slammed into a wall, it is not going to completely kill you. It will reduce your
Oh,
health to like a minimum of 1, but it will not actually kill you.
well, that's nice. I did send very, very bad letters to
Wow.
fucking the Destiny and Bungie.
I think
Fantastic.
a nice review of
What
what's
happened?
changing, a reminder of what's changing, that'd be in order.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Oh,
All right.
speaking of which, I made something that you guys can put in your pocket. It's pretty great. I'll send it to Clan Chat. It's very simple infographic about your upcoming abilities. I'll read it and then I'll post it. Okay, so barrier champions are weak to radiant buff from solar, right? Void volatile and strand unraveling. That's all barrier champions now. Those are your intrinsic champion mods for your abilities. Overloads are weak to arc jolt, void suppression, stasis slow. Unstoppable champions are weak to arc blind, solar ignition, stasis shatter, and strand suspend.
Yeah, all right.
Interesting.
So I don't know about you guys, but I've watched a bunch of the stuff about Strand, and I've read, a lot of the communication. Obviously, it's a lot to take in. I can't remember every bit. I've been trying to keep current, but I feel like I'm just not. Some of these concepts are just nebulous to me right now, and I won't know until I have it in my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, my approach is obviously different than yours, Brains, because you're all about the mechanics and the weapons and the gunplay and everything. I'm more about the story, and I'm just sitting here trying to guess what plot twist they're going to throw at us. So
I hope they clap a main character. I hope they get fucked up. Somebody needs to die. Like, they gotta up the stakes, man.
Looks
Yeah.
like
What do you
Holiday might
want,
be
you
getting it.
monster?
That was last year, my guy. It's a whole new year.
It is a whole new year.
I don't think they're going to clap a main character right out the gate on this one.
No.
I take that back. I think they're going to clap one of the what are they? Wave Riders, Wind Riders.
Oh, the Elder Cloud Strider.
That's not in-game level, though, In-game, clapped a main fucking character.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to be central to the campaign story and then get clapped towards the end of it.
Sure, but that's just a cheap shot. I want... You can take Zavala, or Ikor, or the Drifter, or... You know what? I'll allow, a B character, like Amanda Holiday, or something like that.
I don't think it's going to be any one of those.
No.
You think Ikor is going to turn evil?
No.
Not at all,
Honestly,
not ever.
I think anybody who had their, whoever the main characters were in the Season of the Haunted, I think that they fortified those characters through that process. They had weaknesses, but then we fortified those weaknesses. So I think that the message there was that they weren't so easily taken out of the picture.
I think something's up with that Cora. That look on her face was not something Bungie just... She could have looked up just like everybody else, and it probably would have cost them less money, but they specifically made only her look down in disappointment. I think that's one of their little subtle... I don't think
Maybe she knew what was coming. Maybe she knows a secret.
I mean, look, maybe it means nothing. Maybe it means nothing, but it's just something that stuck out to me.
Her looking down in disappointment may just be the thought of the Traveler leaving, put her in that mindset. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it was after he stayed, though. That was the thing. Like, if if she had made that face while he was leaving, totally understandable, and it would not have stuck out to me as,
But
as weird.
at the same time, though, even though it was after he stayed, I mean, think about the kind of implications that would come from the thing that you've had your faith in as long as you can remember, because all of the Vanguard are way, 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 way older than us in terms of when
Yeah.
they got their life. She's
Yeah.
probably believed in this thing for at least 100 years, if not longer. The
Or maybe
thing that
disappointed that
you've
he tried to leave in the first place.
yeah, like the thing that basically her God was like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm
Yeah.
out.
Or,
And
I'm
it's
sorry.
like, what the fuck?
Or, and hear me out, it's entirely possible that look of disappointment you see in her face is disappointment in herself for thinking that the traveler was actually going to leave them in their moment of need.
That's also true.
What some people are theorizing is what the Traveler did was an effort to minimize casualties.
Yeah.
That's the blue sky scenario, is that it knew that the Witness or a pyramid ship was going to attack it, so it moved away from the city.
I don't know. Travelers like Sir Robin.
Well, this kind of ties back into one of my previous theories about why the Traveler is still here with us. This goes above and beyond the dead universe theory, which I still subscribe to. But the Traveler could have left us after the first collapse and called it a day. I still maintain that there's something, one, unique about the humanity that wasn't present in the other races that it encountered. I think
Tried to
that
hit
may
the hive.
well, I think it may manifest itself in our ability to tap both the light and the dark. Because if you think about it, our next offshoot in the evolutionary scale is the Awoken. The whole principle of the Awoken is they're perfectly balanced between light and dark. So I think that may play a role in it. And the veil, whatever it does turn out to be, is obviously going to play a big role in it. I still maintain the theory that the veil, it's most likely either the equivalent of the Witness or perhaps a bridge between the light and the dark. Because if you look at the trailers in one of the murals, you've got the people of Neo Luna, then above them you've got a pyramid ship and a traveler, and there appears to be something above them as well. That could be what the veil is. Maybe it's some type of gateway back to the primordial era where the Game of Flowers was originally played. I don't know. But I'm seriously looking forward to digging into that.
Well, one thing I'd like to see some kind of a answer is Savathun's involvement in the original collapse, right?
Yes.
She broadcast some sort of deception, which is why the Witness left without everything being completely dead, right? Why there was still people, why there was still a traveler.
I think if it's gonna come up, it's gonna have to come up this year. Like there's gonna have to be a Savathun season. You know what I'm saying? Like where she comes back and a lot of things get explained.
I mean, we are getting a season called Season of the Deep.
Oh,
that's true.
Yeah.
I got 3 things for you before I forget. So Nezarek, he's still out there.
Okay.
Something we saw in the trailer. Okay, hold on. Let me save that for last. Okay, so what Bungie's been referring to this as is the Collapse 2.0. Right? So it's happening again. So just because it's, air quotes again, hopefully that almost begets that we'll get additional information on the first time this has happened. Because now all the players are here again. The Witness is here, the Traveler's here, Savathun's here, like all the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Nezarek is here in pieces, but undoubtedly coming back. So all the original, like most of them, right? At least. And who knows what secrets we'll find out about the first collapse.
Well, especially with Neo Luna being
Neo Muna.
basically a Golden Age colony.
Yeah, we get a glimpse of what it was, sort of what it was like.
Well,
What it would have been like.
The thing to remember is that the Echo ship that founded Neo Luna was originally designed to be a deep space, long-term colonization ship beyond the limits of not just our immediate portion of the Milky Way, but possibly into a whole nother galaxy.
Yeah.
Like the colonization effort, this is totally separate from the Exodus program. The Exodus program was a group of humans heading out to settle beyond our solar system. Some of them with the belief that humanity had become too dependent upon the traveler and the light and sought to break away from that. The Echo Project, I think of it like an anti-extinction protocol. And the entire thing was planned out by an AI that was built with Vex Tech. It was a predictive engine.
Yeah.
You're talking about Soteria.
Yes. Which a portion of Soteria was put into the Echo ship to actually get it to Neo Luna. So God knows what the implications of that is. A damn half mind, a half mad fragment of an AI. And then in conjunction with that, there's still a whole lot of unanswered things out there. What I'm starting to think is that what we're going to see is the final shape is obviously going to wrap up the Light and Dark saga, but I don't think it's going to wrap up, for example, the Vex. I don't think it's going to wrap up the pockets of Hive that are still out there. We may not even kill Zebu Arath, but we might, I don't know. But even when we take out Zebu Arath, there's still a galaxy worth of Hive out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hive God of War.
Yeah,
I think it's
how she's gonna fit in.
Well, I think it's smart for them to save that fucking piece, right? Like that's gotta be a big set piece. You know what I mean? That has to be like.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if Rasputin would kill himself rather than let himself fall into her hands. You know what I mean?
Well, the whole reason Rasputin killed himself is he viewed it as the only way to avoid empowering her ritual. Because once they put 2 and 2 together and figured out that Zebu and then
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
Nikki muted. Well, what I was saying, sorry, my controller turned off for a second. Once they figured out that Zebu Arath's ritual for magic is war, and that if you fired the war sats even to save us, it would complete enough of a ritual for Zebu Arath to drop basically right into the city with the equivalent of a war moon.
Oh, fuck.
So I think it, because they even mentioned in the lore that once Rasputin killed himself and took out all the war sats and refused to allow them to be used, that Zebu Arath started withdrawing within the Ascendant Plane. So she's still there, she's just not knocking on our doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the moment.
Okay, say so.
For the moment.
So 10 minutes left. If anybody wants to say anything to wrap up, how they, any of this conversation trigger anything anybody wanted to say?
Just gets me more excited. That's it.
Yep.
For real.
Yeah,
I'm
not
ready
triggered
for
at all.
One sleep until Lightfall.
one sleep.
I'm not expecting shit,
One-
but I'm crossing my fingers for a nice, happy, smooth launch to a point.
I would say probably one
Yeah,
half
launch
sleep.
is. When is that? Tomorrow at like 9 in the morning or something?
It's noon my time.
Yeah, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific,
So
12
9 a.m.
Eastern.
It's launching at 12, not 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It,
Is 12
Yeah.
playing hooky?
Nice.
You know, and isn't that like going to be the forever reset date now? Because they're not doing daylight savings anymore or something? What?
yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure.
Not like that. I heard that's going out.
So like reset's not going to change anymore? Eventually it's going to be just that time forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, unless they repeal that.
I think one thing I'm going to try to do this expansion is periodically I'll just go hang out in the Ascendant Spinfoil channel for anybody that wants to have any lore discussions about things that have been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I really miss doing that.
Or you could just have designated story time in clan chat whenever you want.
We could
I'd
just
rather
do
not
it.
hog
We
it.
could just start doing Ascendant Spinfoil again.
I would be down with that. That was always really fun.
And you
I
could
would
make
too.
notes about like shit you wanted to talk about. Very
Story
specific
time
lore.
with that, so.
Yeah, we can read. There it is. We're just gonna rename that shit.
Alright, but only if Fear sits in my lap.
Oh, happily.
Nah, you gotta airplane him first.
Yes, Daddy.
Alright.
So
Well, it
something.
sounds like we're petering out and we're almost out of time. Brains, any final thoughts before I deliver the tagline to make Sonic cringe?
Yeah, I got a goal. Maybe it's a personal goal. Maybe we can do more of it. But I would like to help more people in LFG with raids, and doesn't mean we have to adopt them.
Accurate.
We can just help them and be like, all right, cool, peace out.
I am okay with that as long as we include must have a fucking mic.
Accurate.
I'm not dealing with another knock. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. Sorry, not sorry.
Gotta have mics, gotta have thumbs.
And for those
Emote
who
twice
don't
if you can
know,
hear me.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, that was our Destiny 2 year in review with discussion of lore and mechanics upcoming. Appreciate everybody coming along and joining us. And for everybody else that may see this at a future date, this is Clan Redacted. Get in, losers. We're doing butt stuff.
I like butt stuff. I learned butt stuff as euphemism for math.
Wow.
Okay.
Is your math teacher a chick?
Yeah, she is.
Well, Sonic was always giving me a hard time when we were doing the Ascendant
hasn't baked.
Spinfoil that we didn't have a closer.
Here you are.
That's fair. I figured it was probably either that or something else slightly perverted.
I hope we ended at Sonic's. God damn it.
So we've had this clan name for a while now. How do you guys feel about it?
What, a month?
You feel like it's worn
I
out?
actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It's obscure.
Alright.
It's vague.
We don't take ourselves too seriously, but we're still cool.
Yeah. I mean, we still get plenty done.
Change it again.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking, like, make fun of the name all you want. Just fucking look up raid reports and shit. That's all you gotta do to know what we're about.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
So
it was. meant the signal just kind of like, yeah, like we know at least a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
I
like
think
it the
it.
way it is.
I think it works for us because Brain's always talking about humility on the outside. I mean, on the outside we got the fun name, but if you raid report, like Payne said, you'll find the hard shit. So I think
If
it,
we
it expresses our value of humility.
if we do
Queen full
story
of
time with
conquerors
Esso,
versus
though,
Banes.
I'm definitely coming up with a bastardized version of Reading Rainbow.
Hilarious.
Oh my god,
There
yes.
you go. Nice.
Only if
I
you
want to
use
see
the
what
theme
happens if
music.
Essa writes a song.
What was that, 12?
Yes. Said I want to hear what happens if Essa writes a song, and yes, the original theme music must be involved.
Well, hold on. I mean, that actually kind of sounds like fun. That gives me something to work with, like a fucked up Reading Rainbow. I could do that. I would love to do that, actually. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right, task has been passed off. Unless
There you go,
Yep.
Task.
No. Story time with Esso is that whole thing. I just need to watch the show high as fuck and figure out cool ways to like make it weird.
No, I like
Yeah.
the one that the guy did where it was like Reading Rainbow introduced by fucking what was it, NWA.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I'm gonna end up with. Probably something more psychedelia influenced, but yeah.
Well, I mean, hell,
guys.
though, the actual intro to Reading Rainbow is heavy psychedelia, anyways.
It was.
It's been a minute.
Go get some sleep, 12. Sounds like you're trying to go away.
Yeah,
Good
it was a long
night.
time.
Yeah, have a
Appreciate
good night.
you coming.
Good night,
We'll
man.
see you tomorrow evening.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Hey, what time are you gonna be on? Whatever.
He's gone.
We'll hit
he's
him
not
in.
going until like
He has to work.
He's in
I
school,
think.
so he'll be in.
late.
He's in classes till around 7 o'clock at night.
So I won't be on. So I don't know if they close early or whatever. I might be able to get out. I might be home at like 4, 3:30, 4, 4:30, something that range.
Holy shit.
I'll be online once I get home from where I'm at.
My boss called me earlier tonight before I was going to call him, and he said, hey, we're getting that snowstorm. He goes, I know you live about an hour away. He goes, if you need to take the day off. And then he's like, okay, see you Wednesday. And I'm like, you mean Thursday? And I took Wednesday off, and he goes, oh, okay, see you Thursday.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So it just works out that there's a nasty snowstorm coming.
Wow.
That's an
Yep,
amazing
we're in it now,
coincidence. I'm
so
happy
yeah.
for you, man.
Oh yeah, you
Yep.
posted the Mother
There you
Nature
go.
act in your favor.
Right before a day off.
Yeah.
Like, I was just gonna ask him for the day off, but he fucking called me like he thought of my well-being, you know, and he's like, I don't want you to because it's supposed to be pretty nasty and icy and shit. So,
What a doll.
and I have a long fucking commute.
Aw.
Well, I should be around. I'm gonna try to go to bed a little earlier tonight, and I'm gonna try to be on a little before noon, cause I wanna like,
Hopefully I'll be on by then.
yeah, I wanna be on and ready.
So
So if you get on at noon, I'll be on hopefully by 9 o'clock because I managed to convince work to see that with my injury to my head, I can't frickin' do what I was supposed to be doing with classes. So fuck them.
Hey.
I'm
No.
me in at 9 in the morning if I'm lucky.
and
Well, it
you
sounds
will
like
have
you have Bubba and somebody else?
Bubba, Mark,
Oh,
Sonic.
Bubba's on.
Yeah, at least.
Good
Hey.
morning.
Sounds like all those people are gonna be on at launch.
Yeah.
Fierce, what time are you gonna be on?
I don't fucking know. I want to try to leave early, but it won't be until
Normal time?
the evening, normal time. Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
I will help out whatever, and don't worry about me blowing story for you. So, chances are I'll skip all the cutscenes if I can, but hey, that's me.